Now let's understand about certain terms that we use in revenue management or in hospitality industry and how they affect the revenue management. So first thing is room nights. So room night means paid room nights. The room nights may be free because the of house use, or because of the complimentary use, because of somebody want to some industry, or someday some press conference, or there's some other option that we are giving the guest free of cost. So those room nights are not considered for our purpose. Normally we don't include free nights. But if the free night is a part of contract from a travel agent or from a group, then it is considered as a paid night. It is not considered as a free night anymore. So those room nights are considered in calculating occupancy percentage, ADR. The paid room nights has a lot of implications. Then we also want to, then the next term is segment. So what are the segment that we normally have? So segmentation is usually done to categorize the business based on their source, based on their value proposition they need, based on the purpose of their stay. So as per usually there are certain specific standards that we have prescribed. Those are uh, those are value proposition. Those are records. Those are travel agents, corporate, qualified, other industry rates, and then in the groups, corporates, tour agents, weddings. So you can look at the usually definition for a guideline. Then average daily rate. The average daily rate here, because we are selling our room at different prices to different customers. So the average daily rate will help us to understand what is the maximum rate, what is the average rate that our hotel has been able to achieve. At the end of the day, you have different rooms, you have deluxe, superior, suites. You may want to upsell, you are selling extra bed, you are selling getting no show cancellations. So all of that accounts for average daily rate. So what is the average rate that our hotel is able to achieve? So how we calculate that? We calculate that by total revenue, room revenue, including no show calculation cancellations from the FITs, divide by paid occupied room nights. Again, here we are dividing by paid occupied room nights. We are not dividing by the total occupancy. Other term we have is RevPAR. Now, the ADR and occupancy room nights are standalone. If room nights are, if we want to increase the room nights, you can reduce the rate. Maybe the room nights will increase. If you increase rate too much, then room nights will drop. But what is the right mix? So the right mix is measured by multiplying these two together, room night into ADR. That becomes RevPAR. So we call it revenue per available room, which is a better metrics to calculate our efficiency of our value versus volume strategy. What revenue per available room we are able to achieve by selling our room at a certain rate and getting certain occupancy. So how we calculate that? Room revenue divided by available rooms. So what is available room? All rooms which are available for selling for a normal period of time. If certain rooms are closed for renovations for let's say a month or 2 months, we normally exclude them for available room nights. But if the room is closed only for a few days for minor renovations, we normally do not exclude them for available room nights, because those rooms will again become available to sell in a very short period of time. Total rev. Now another terms that we normally use is total revenue per available room. Room revenue per available room is just signifies only the room rate achievements. But if the hotel want to maximize the profitability, it's not the RevPAR which need to be maximized. It is total revenue per available room also, because total RevPAR means it include room revenue plus F&B plus spa plus other operating revenue which a hotel is normally able to get: telephone, internet, spa, transportation, or any other kind of revenue, which any other kind of revenue for services which hotel is providing. So hotels objective is to obviously maximize the total revenue per available room, not only the room revenue. Then we have to also look at the total revenue per occupied room, which is average folio rate per night. So which we need to understand what type of customers are spending how much money in per room night. So total this folio revenue we need to understand by particular segment, each segmentation of the guest. What is the folio room group guest, what is the folio revenue for our corporate guest, what is the folio revenue for our travel agent guest, what is the revenue folio revenue for our walk-in guest or our online travel agent guest. So what is the total revenue that we are getting, not only the room but also the other per occupied room night, so that we can maximize, we can decide what kind of guests we want the most and what kind of guests we want the least. When we are running low, then we the revenue mix can change depending on the seasonality, depending on the availability also of the depending on the demand. But our objective is always obviously to maximize the folio revenue for our hotel. Other terms which includes gross operating profit, where we is a absolute amount, total revenue minus total operating expenses, that becomes gross operating profit. But do we want to maximize only gross operating profit? May not be, because that's an absolute term, depends on the profit, depends on the cost, and depends on the how many rooms we are occupied. So the term that we want to maximize is total GOP per available room. So what is the gross operating profit that we are able to make per available room? That is a better mix of revenue and our cost operating efficiencies. You may be having a very high revenue by inviting certain guests, but the cost of operation or cost of providing those services may also be very high. So what is the ultimate profitability that we are able to retain per available room? So the GOP per available room is another metric that revenue managers usually want to maximize. The other term that we want to explain is yield. So the yield is calculated by RevPAR divided by room rate. So what it signifies is what is the revenue per available room we are able to achieve compared to our overall rate. We will never be able to achieve 100% or of RevPAR as per the rec rate that we are selling, because their rooms may be empty. Even if we are 100% occupancy, we may not still be able to get the same rate, because some rooms may be sold for half price, some room may be sold for 70% price, some room may be sold for 10% discount, 20% discount. We can match the room RevPAR with the rec rate only when 100% of the rooms are occupied with the rec rate only. No discounts are given, which is a fairly rare scenario for hotels. So, but we just need to measure, we just need to measure what is the efficiency, how much percent of the rec rate that we are able to get in our business. Higher the ratio, the better for the hotel. So other terms that we use is length of stay. So what is the meaning of length of stay? Means how many nights the guest is staying in one go. So it may be staying for 2 nights, 3 nights, some guests may stay for 7 days, 10 days. So our objective is to understand what is the average for a particular period. So the higher the period it is, the better is for the hotel. But usually it comes around 2 to 3 rooms, 3 nights in a normal city hotel. But some hotels may be having only 1 night stay, some may be hotels having a longer stay. Resorts may experience a longer length of stay. Here why we need to understand this, so that we can track other revenue for that particular segment. So we need to understand it by segment as well, not only the overall hotel average. So everything whatever we are measuring here, we need to understand by segment, so that we can maximize, we can focus on the segments which are the highest profitable. Other is double occupancy percentage. So double occupancy percentage means how many guests are staying in the hotel room for that particular period. Maybe sometimes the guest is staying single, sometimes the guest is staying double, sometimes the guest is three guests are staying in a single room. So why is it important? So that we can advise our operations what type of customer, how many customers also we are going to expect, because then they can manage the check-in, they can manage the check-out, they can manage the breakfast, they can manage the transportation. Length of stay will also help them to understand how many check-in and check-out they have to do for a particular business level, so that they can manage the operation. So revenue manager is not only helping the revenue maximization, also to achieve the operational efficiency. It provides the data for front office, for F&B, so that they can understand what type of customers we're gonna have, how many customers we are going to have, and how we can manage the operation. What time they will check in, how many of them they will check in at the same time, so that we can maximize our resources. The distribution channels are, when we say distribution channels can be online, can be offline, can be commission based, can be volume based. So online means we can sell our own website, we can sell through Expedia, Booking.com, Agoda, or there are tons of online travel agents which are selling nowadays. Even some companies are selling online. Offline travel agents are now going online. Then you have offline travel agents, offline governments, the corporate companies. They all fall into offline because they book directly with the hotel. They are not going on the website of the hotel and booking. There may be scenarios nowadays with the help of technology where we create the extranet. The customers can go, even the travel agents or the corporate companies can go directly to the hotel website, book but directly on the booking.com, but their rates are discounted. So you can call them online channels as well if they are booking online, when there is no direct interaction between hotel and the guest for just making the booking. Some of the distribution channel are commission based, means we provide we sell at a standard rate. Our hotel has a standard rate, but we give them a commission. The commission may vary from one channel to another channel, maybe 10%, 15%, 20%, depending on the hotel size, depending on the channel and the negotiation between them. Some of the channels are volume based, means we have to provide them a particular specific rate at which we have to sell them. So it is a discounted rate, but usually it's for volume. So they have to commit, let's say 100 room nights or 300 room nights or 500 room nights, depending on their demand. So we provide them a rate based on their business level as well. Other terms that we use are room revenue per available seat. So this was all for the room revenue. Now we're going to understand about F&B revenue as well. So revenue per available seat. So F&B has number of seats. They are operating, let's say 3 times meal period. So let's say they have 50 rooms, 50 seats, which they are operating for 7 hours during the daytime. So they have total 350 seats. So what we want to understand is how many guests they are turning around during these periods, so that we can see, are they maximizing the revenue or not, or how much is the seat occupancy for breakfast, how much is seat occupancy for lunch, dinner, what is the average check for them, so that we can maximize our front office F&B occupancy, F&B revenue as well. Then there are other revenues such as revenue per available square meter. So banquet, we may have a banquet of different size. Every hotel may have a banquet of different sizes. So how do we compare? We compare these different size hotels or different size banquets or different size restaurants by calculating revenue per available seat, revenue per square meter, so that we can see, are we making enough money or not. Then we have capture ratio. Capture ratio means how many percent of the guests that are staying in the hotel we are able to get inside the hotel, inside our F&B, inside our spa, inside our banquet, or inside our other services. So the capture ratio is important to measure because it tells us the efficiency of the hotel's efforts to maximize the revenue from in-house customers which are already staying. There is no need to do a lot of marketing for them because those customers are already staying. We just need to do a little bit of marketing or efforts or upselling so that they can come back to use the hotel service.